In a world constantly shifting, some cities stand out, not just for their beauty, but for the way they blend culture, innovation, and soul. These are the top 10 best cities in the world in 2025, as ranked by CNN Travel. From vibrant food capitals to forward-thinking urban hubs, let's take a journey around the globe, and you just might find your next dream destination. Number 10. Copenhagen, Denmark. In a world chasing progress, Copenhagen quietly leads by example. This city isn't just beautiful, it's brilliantly designed for living well. Cobblestone streets meet clean modern lines. Bicycles outnumber cars. And sustainability isn't a trend, it's a lifestyle. Copenhagen feels like a fairy tale brought to life. Think colorful harbors, cozy cafes, and royal palaces set against sleek Nordic architecture. But there's depth behind the charm. It's one of the happiest, safest, and most forward-thinking cities on Earth. Here, people swim in the harbor because the water is that clean. They dine on Michelin-starred meals that focus on local, seasonal ingredients. And they wind down not with stress, but with hygge, that uniquely Danish feeling of comfort, warmth, and togetherness. Whether you're strolling through Tivoli Gardens, marveling at the design in every coffee shop, or simply enjoying the pace of a city that balances ambition with ease, Copenhagen reminds us that the future can be bright, green, and deeply human. In 2025, it earns the top spot for showing the world how to live smarter, slower, and better. Number 9. Shanghai, China. Welcome to the future wrapped in history. Shanghai is where neon lights meet ancient temples and speed meets style. This city doesn't sleep, it surges. Skyscrapers like the Shanghai Tower pierce the clouds, while just across the Huangpu River, you'll find traditional shikumen houses and quiet tea shops that whisper stories from centuries past. The Bund dazzles with its colonial architecture, standing proud against the backdrop of the futuristic Pudong skyline, one of the most iconic urban contrasts in the world. By day, the streets buzz with electric scooters and high-speed ambition. By night, the city glows in a kaleidoscope of color, alive with rooftop bars, jazz lounges, and the scent of sizzling street food. But Shanghai isn't just a visual marvel. It's China's financial engine, a cultural crossroads, and a food lover's dream. Whether you're devouring soup dumplings in a tucked-away alley or riding the world's fastest train, every moment here feels like a step into tomorrow. In 2025, Shanghai stands tall, not just in its skyline, but in global influence, innovation, and irresistible charm. Number 8. Porto, Portugal. Charming, coastal, and completely intoxicating, and not just because of the wine. Porto in 2025 is a rising star that's stealing hearts worldwide. Cobblestone streets twist through medieval neighborhoods, where blue and white tiles shimmer in the sunlight. The Douro River cuts through the city, with old wooden boats floating under arching bridges. And rising above it all is a city that feels like poetry, but lives like a celebration. Start your day with a walk along the Ribera, sip coffee by the river, then explore the Livraria Lello, one of the world's most beautiful bookstores. Need a break? Cross the bridge to Vila Nova de Gaia and sip port wine in cellars that smell like history. But Porto isn't stuck in time. It's young, alive, and ambitious. In 2025, it's drawing digital nomads, artists, and entrepreneurs who are shaping a new creative economy without losing the soul of the city. From Michelin-starred restaurants to hole-in-the-wall bakeries serving pastéis de nata, Porto's culinary scene is thriving. And the sunsets? Glorious. Stand at the top of the Clarigos Tower, and you'll see a city that feels infinite. Porto isn't trying to be the biggest or boldest. It's just being itself, and that's more than enough to land it near the top. Number 7. Mexico City. Mexico. Bold, buzzing, and bursting with creativity, Mexico City is rewriting what a global capital can be. In 2025, it's one of the world's fastest-growing cultural destinations. Imagine walking through a city where Aztec ruins sit next to Art Deco mansions, where tacos are elevated to an art form, where every street corner feels like a celebration. Start your day in Coyoacán, where Frida Kahlo lived and painted. Head downtown to the Palacio de Bellas Arts, then stroll past murals by Diego Rivera that still speak truth to power. But the city isn't stuck in the past. It's dynamic, youthful, and full of vision. In 2025, CDMX is leading Latin America in green architecture, tech innovation, and public transportation. Rooftop gardens, bike lanes, and creative hubs are transforming neighborhoods like Roma and Condesa into bohemian dreams. Hungry? Good. This is a place where a street quesadilla can change your life, or you can dine in one of the world's top restaurants. At night, catch live jazz in a candlelit bar, or dance until dawn to reggaeton, cumbia, or experimental electronica. Mexico City is vibrant, proud, and pulsing with life. It's not just a top city, it's a movement. And in 2025, the world is finally catching on. Number 6, New Orleans, USA. A city like no other, soulful, spicy, and steeped in rhythm. New Orleans isn't just a destination, it's a feeling. The minute you step into the French Quarter, with its wrought iron balconies and jazz spilling into the streets, you know you're somewhere magic. In 2025, New Orleans continues to thrive as a cultural powerhouse. It's where African, French, Spanish, and Caribbean roots blend into a flavor you can taste, hear, and feel. The food? Insane. Gumbo, jambalaya, beignet, and the kind of po' boys that make you believe in heaven. The music? Even better. Jazz, funk, zydeco, brass bands. Music flows through the city's veins. But New Orleans isn't stuck in the past. It's evolving, with a fresh wave of young artists, chefs, and innovators breathing new life into old traditions. The city is investing in green spaces, flood resilience, and tech innovation, all while keeping that unmistakable NOLA charm. Want the full experience? Wake up to live music in the Marigny, take a steamboat ride on the Mississippi, feast in the Garden District, then dance until 3 a.m. on Frenchman Street. New Orleans is alive with joy and sorrow, history and hope. And in 2025, it's reminding the world that soul matters. Because in the Big Easy, you don't just visit, you join the parade. Number 5, London, United Kingdom. A city that's both steeped in history and buzzing with modern energy. London wears its past like a crown. Think Big Ben, the Tower of London, and Westminster Abbey. But it doesn't live in the past. In 2025, London is one of the most forward-thinking, multicultural cities on the planet. You can take afternoon tea in Mayfair, then ride a driverless electric bus to a VR art gallery in Shoreditch. You can hear more than 300 languages on the streets, and taste the whole world in a single food market. London's parks are legendary. Hyde Park, Regent's Park, Richmond Park. Massive green spaces that feel like countryside in the middle of a metropolis. And the Thames River cuts right through the heart of it all, reflecting both the old and the new. In 2025, the city is embracing sustainability, smart planning, and global talent. There's a renewed energy in the arts, in tech, in fashion. And the skyline is evolving, glass towers rising behind centuries-old buildings. Catch a play at the Globe Theatre, then head to Brixton for a night of music and Caribbean food. Visit the British Museum in the morning, sip cocktails in Soho by evening. London never stops, but it also knows how to pause and reflect. Because in London, everything belongs. The tradition, the rebellion, the royalty, the rave that it's not just a capital. It's a universe. Number 4. Melbourne, Australia. Cool, cultured, and creative. Melbourne is where edge meets elegance. This is Australia's beating cultural heart, where coffee is practically a religion, street art is gallery-worthy, and laneways lead to unexpected treasure. In 2025, Melbourne remains a global leader in livability. Why? Because it knows how to balance everything: nature and nightlife, tradition and innovation, calm and chaos. Wander the leafy streets of Fitzroy, catch a street performer on Burke Street, or sip a flat white in a hidden cafe with walls covered in murals. The city pulses with art festivals, pop-up exhibitions, and a music scene that feels both underground and world-class. But this city doesn't stop at the edge of downtown. Take a tram to St. Kilda for beach vibes and sunset views. Or head out to the Great Ocean Road, one of the most scenic coastal drives in the world. And foodies, you're home. Melbourne's food culture is a global fusion: Thai, Italian, Greek, Japanese, Ethiopian, all done with flair. Every meal feels like a passport stamp. In 2025, the city is also investing heavily in sustainability and smart infrastructure, proving that innovation can coexist with quality of life. It's a place where you can attend a world-class film screening one night and wake up to koalas in a eucalyptus grove the next morning. Melbourne isn't trying to impress you. It just does. And once you settle into its rhythm, you might not want to leave. Number 3. New York City. Fast, fierce, and full of flavor, New York isn't just a city. It's a world of its own. In 2025, it remains one of the most iconic and influential places on Earth. Skyscrapers stretch toward the clouds. The subways rumble beneath your feet. Every street feels like a movie set because chances are it was. From the timeless elegance of Central Park to the electric chaos of Times Square, New York is alive 24/7. But this city isn't just about the big sights. It's about small moments, a saxophone player on a subway platform, the smell of bagels in the morning, a stranger helping you hail a cab. In 2025, New York has bounced back from challenges with resilience that only New Yorkers understand. It's more diverse than ever, more creative, more conscious. The tech scene in Brooklyn is booming. Queens is a global food capital. The Bronx is pulsing with art and culture. Manhattan still glitters, but the soul of the city now lives in every borough. Want a perfect NYC day? Grab coffee from a hidden cafe in the West Village. Catch a ferry to see the Statue of Liberty, eat pizza in Brooklyn. Then end your night with live jazz in Harlem. And the best part? No matter where you're from, New York makes you feel like you belong. As they say, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And in 2025, New York is still making magic happen. Number 2. Bangkok, Thailand. A city that never slows down, never tones it down, and never stops surprising you. Bangkok is a whirlwind, a delicious, dizzying collision of ancient temples, neon lights, tuk-tuks, and skitrans. At sunrise, saffron-robed monks walk the streets. By nightfall, rooftop bars light up the skyline, and the city pulses with energy. In 2025, Bangkok isn't just one of Southeast Asia's most visited cities. It's a global hotspot for digital nomads, creatives, and adventurers. The food scene alone is worth the flight. From $1 street noodles in Chinatown to Michelin-starred restaurants, Bangkok is heaven for your taste buds. Want a quick taste of the day? Start with a visit to the Grand Palace, then wander through the flower markets. Grab a spicy papaya salad from a street cart, then take a long-tail boat through the canals of Thonburi. And when the sun sets, head to Yowert Road for sizzling woks and mango sticky rice, or catch a panoramic view from a rooftop pool high above the chaos. But it's not all about fun. Bangkok is also leading Asia's urban future. Green skywalks, smart infrastructure, and creative startups are reshaping this megacity for a new era. Temples like Wat Arun and Wat Pho still offer calm and tradition, while the city surges forward with fashion, tech, and culture. In Bangkok, the past and future aren't at war, they're dancing. And once you feel the rhythm, you'll never forget it. Number 1. Cape Town, South Africa. At the southern tip of the continent lies a city that feels like the edge of the world, dramatic, soulful, and impossibly beautiful. Cape Town is where Table Mountain towers above a vibrant, colorful metropolis. And the views? They look like something out of a dream. But it's not just about scenery. Cape Town is a city of resilience and creativity. From the historic Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned, to the art-filled streets of Woodstock, every corner has a story. The Bo-Kaap neighborhood, with its rainbow-painted houses, reflects a rich cultural fusion of Cape Malay heritage, music, and food. Speaking of food, this city is a paradise for your taste buds. Think, Bryce on the beach, fresh seafood, world-class fine dining, and some of the best wine you'll ever sip, just an hour away in Stellenbosch. In 2025, Cape Town is also gaining traction as a tech and innovation hub, with a growing community of startups, remote workers, and creators who are shaping a new identity for the city. Whether you're hiking through national parks, diving with great white sharks, exploring township culture, or simply sipping a glass of red as the sun sets over the ocean, Cape Town is unforgettable. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place that stays with you.